You want to start trying for a baby. Those were the first words my wife had spoken to me with a smile in almost 6 months. She reached across our kitchen table and squeezed my hand. But all I could think was, "You're already pregnant, and if I was right, the child wasn't mine." I smiled back anyway, because my plan had already begun. My name is Ethan Brooks, and until last year I believed I had the perfect marriage. We lived in a quiet neighborhood outside Nashville, Tennessee. I worked as a financial analyst. My wife, Lauren, was a marketing executive who loved designer clothes, wine tastings, and business trips. We'd been married for 8 years. For most of them, we were happy. Then everything changed. It started with excuses. "I'm exhausted. I have an early meeting. My stomach hurts." For 6 straight months, Lauren refused every attempt at intimacy. At first I understood. Stress happens, life gets busy. But eventually, she stopped kissing me, stopped hugging me. Even sleeping in the same bed became rare. She always claimed she needed better sleep. Yet somehow, she always looked happier whenever she came home from work. That was my first clue. One Friday evening she left her smartwatch on the bathroom counter. It buzzed while she was showering. Normally I respected her privacy. That night, I looked. The message simply read, "I miss you already. Last night was incredible." No name, only a heart emoji. My stomach dropped. When she walked out wrapped in a towel, I acted like nothing had happened. Inside, something in me died, but I needed proof. Over the next several weeks, I became the husband she'd never suspect. I smiled, cooked dinner, asked about work. Meanwhile, I quietly documented everything. Credit card charges, hotel receipts, late-night ride shares, every unexplained expense. I even noticed she withdrew cash every Thursday afternoon. Then came another surprise. She bought prenatal vitamins. She hid them inside her gym bag. She assumed I'd never see them. Instead, I photographed everything. Still, I said nothing. Because accusations without evidence only create lies. Facts create truth. Then one Sunday morning, Lauren stood in the kitchen making pancakes, smiling, lawing. Almost like the woman I'd married. "Ethan, yeah? I've been thinking." She looked into my eyes. "I want us to have a baby." Time froze. After refusing to touch me for half a year. Now she wanted children? I almost laughed. Instead, I kissed her forehead. I'd love that. She hugged me tightly. She never noticed I wasn't hugging back. That same week I hired a private investigator. 3 days later, everything became clear. Lauren wasn't staying late at the office. She'd been seeing her regional sales manager, Daniel Mercer. Married, 2 children, living 20 minutes away. The investigator handed me photographs, holding hands, kissing outside hotels, weekend cabin trips. There was even security footage showing them entering an OB/GYN clinic together. Then came the report that shattered every remaining illusion. Lauren was approximately 8 weeks pregnant. 8 weeks. The timeline made one thing impossible. The baby couldn't be mine. I drove home in complete silence. But I wasn't angry anymore. I was calm, and calm people are dangerous. I contacted the best divorce attorney in Nashville. She reviewed every document I'd collected, every bank statement, every photograph, every hotel receipt. Then she smiled. "You've been incredibly patient. I wanted the truth. You have it." She advised me to wait. Not for revenge, for certainty, so I waited. Lauren continued pretending to be the perfect wife. She started buying baby books, mentioning nursery colors, even sending me pictures of cribs. Every lie hurt. But every lie also strengthened my case. 2 weeks later she announced she was pregnant. Tears filled her eyes. "We're going to be parents." I stood there quietly. Then hugged her. She cried into my shoulder. I've never been happier. Neither had I, because everything was finally in place. The following Saturday, Lauren organized a family dinner. Both our parents came. Her sister arrived. Even Daniel's wife happened to attend. Lauren didn't know why. Neither did Daniel. I had invited them myself, claiming it was a surprise celebration. Everyone gathered around our dining room. Lauren stood proudly beside me. "I have wonderful news." She held up ultrasound pictures. "I'm pregnant." Applause filled the room. Then she reached for my hand. "My amazing husband is going to be the best father." I smiled. Then slowly stood. "I actually have a surprise too." The room became quiet. I connected my laptop to the television one by one. The photographs appeared. Lauren kissing Daniel, hotel security footage, restaurant receipts, mass, bank records. Finally, the investigator's report. No one spoke. Daniel's wife stared at the screen before looking directly at him. "You told me she was just a coworker." He couldn't answer. Lauren turned pale. "Ethan, please." I calmly placed an envelope on the table. Inside are divorce papers. Another envelope. And these contain DNA testing arrangements after the baby's born. Silence claimed silence. Then Lauren whispered the words she'd been avoiding for months. "I'm sorry." The dinner ended in chaos. Daniel's wife walked out without saying a word. Daniel followed, begging her to listen. Lauren collapsed into a chair, crying harder than I'd ever seen. You planned this. No, I answered softly. You planned this. I just refused to let your lies become my future. She begged for another chance, said she'd made a terrible mistake, claimed she still loved me. Maybe once she had. But love isn't measured by words, it's measured by choices, and she'd made hers. 6 months later, our divorce was final. The DNA results confirmed exactly what everyone already knew. Daniel was the father. He eventually left Lauren too. Neither relationship survived the truth. As for me, healing wasn't quick. Some mornings I still woke expecting to see Lauren beside me. Other mornings I questioned everything. But therapy helped. Friends stayed close. My parents reminded me that someone else's betrayal doesn't define my worth. A year later I met Emily. She wasn't flashy. She wasn't perfect. She was simply honest. The first time she promised she'd call. She did. The first time she said she loved me. That's actions matched her words. That's when I finally understood something. Revenge isn't screaming. It isn't destroying someone. Real revenge is refusing to let betrayal destroy your future. Lauren took years from my life. But she didn't get the rest of it. And that's the greatest victory I could ever ask for. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below.